right, so we're on the Country versus Metal podcast with Della Rose. What is going on?
What's up? How's it going?
Good, good. How have you girls been since the last time I've seen you?
Busy.
Yeah. God, last time we saw you, I guess it's been almost a year.
Yeah, almost a year. Yeah.
Like in person.
Yeah, almost a year to the date.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Last October. That's crazy. Yeah, we've been super busy. It's been a good kind of busy, but things are picking up, and we still got all the kids, and
we still got the kids.
Juggle it all.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Didn't lose
Well, that's good.
Yeah, everybody's still alive and super busy. So
yeah.
I tell you what, I got scared on some of the Facebook posts because I saw you guys were doing like solo stuff, and I was like, oh no, I was getting worried.
We've had a lot of people like ask us about that. We're like, it pays better.
Yeah.
When we're just like picking up like local shows for like money, they don't pay us extra just because there's two of us a lot of times. Some places do, but
yeah. But also, I mean, like with your work schedule, with both of our schedules, like Della Rose is first priority. Like whenever we both have free time, Della Rose shows for sure. Mm-hmm. But then there's so many dates that either like one of us might not be available, and so the other person just takes that time to push the music.
Yeah.
And we still, I mean, we'll play Della Rose songs, and if someone likes it, we'll be like, yeah, go stream Della Rose on Spotify. So the solo shows still help Della Rose. So
I know we're always like trying to interact with each other's solo posts to make sure people aren't like, ooh, what's the drama? Where's the
tea? No drama. Still together.
Yeah. That's great. I was wondering because I was like, oh man. But Chrissy, you started doing photography as well?
I did, yeah. It's going really cool. I'm starting to finally get, like I started out and I definitely got a lot of like families and portrait stuff, which is fine. But then I started getting more into concert photography and I get to shoot a lot more shows now. And it's so fun. I love it and I want to do it forever.
And it's a perk to add to if we open for you.
Yeah.
I get some photos.
Yeah. Let Della Rose open for you. I'll take some free pictures.
That's exactly what I used to do. I was good that. Yeah, that's a great mindset. Like I would, if we opened up for a big name, I would jump off, take a bunch of pictures, edit them, and shoot them to the band. And it was like, because like I didn't charge, and some people really appreciated that because that's another person they'd have to pay or put on the bus.
Exactly. Well, and nowadays it's all about content anyway. So if you can give them anything that they can use for, promos and stuff, it's a huge perk. My first big show that I did was Wade Bowen out at Potosi Live in Abilene, and he ended up sharing my stuff on his page, and it was like a super like
validated.
It was really cool. So, and I'm like, if I can just shoot bands that come to Abilene and get all of them to share my stuff, like this can be a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Word of mouth really helps with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And like, photographers and all that media side and the content creators, they're definitely underappreciated.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's so much work on the back end that people don't see. So
yeah, they're like, you're only shooting for this long. You're like, but I'm editing for this long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Editing, it's endless. You think you're happy, and then you find another filter, or you pull a bar down on this setting, and it's just it's very overwhelming.
I've made so many parallels to music too, because it's the same way in the studio. Like you go in the studio and you have a song, but then it's like, oh, I wonder what like this kind of bass line would sound like, or I wonder what a banjo would sound like on this part. And I'm like there's just so many endless possibilities in like any creative field that. I mean, at some point, you're just going to have to be happy with it and let it go.
For sure.
Now, do you show up to her shows and take videos?
I will say, I showed up to one of her shows by herself the other day, and it was like the weirdest thing. I was like,
it's so weird. Yeah.
This is weird.
We don't go to each other's solo shows.
No.
I mean, one for the fact, like I said, like our schedules usually don't line up.
Yeah, like so I got off work and went and like caught like 3 songs.
Yeah, if I'm playing a solo show, it probably means she's working or, has some other obligation. But yeah, she did come to like the last 30 minutes of one of my acoustic shows, and it was weird. I was like, I don't know if I need to ask her to sing. I don't know if she wants to just like sit and chill and not worry about that.
Yeah, it was definitely a weird. Oh yeah, it was weird.
I'm sorry, I forgot another microphone.
Yeah.
I just like show up anytime. I'm like, I got mine. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to go.
Always have one.
We did end up singing a song together too, so
yeah, works out.
Well, that's cool. Yeah. When I was in one band, we had one rule, and that was if somebody wanted to pull a band member off and out of the audience to go on stage, we made a pact that it had to be all of us because you didn't want somebody from the band just sitting down like it.
Yeah,
just like you're not.
It hurts.
Well, and I never know if people want to or not because sometimes, like, I don't mind it, but sometimes I'll go to a show, you know, and I'm just there to like, as an audience member, I just want to watch and I just want to chill, and then they'll try to get me on stage, and I'm like, no, this is your show. Like, I don't want to take away from anything, so I don't know. I never know if I'm like being rude by asking or if I'm being rude by not asking.
And that's when you just like.
Yeah, ask them like,
and they're like,
try to ask them discreetly. Oh gosh,
that's funny. So how's the album Roses been doing?
It did okay.
It's all right.
Yeah, it did all right.
I mean, we haven't blown up or anything.
We didn't go viral.
We didn't go viral.
Yeah. Now, is that frustrating?
Been picked up by Netflix or anything.
Yeah.
Is that frustrating? Because the production value, like the work with Tim Lightyear and Drew Herrickle, and it's got horns on it, and the production value is so good, and the song and the content's so good. It should have done great. You know?
Yeah. I think we would have been better off like releasing more singles off of it, even though we released 3 off of it, because each single did really well. So we probably should have done that. Like, we probably could have just released every single song as a single and then been like, oh, it's an album.
Yeah, the strategy behind releasing is so like confusing. And
well, because when we released it, we could only pitch one to Spotify to possibly be put on like editorial playlist, and we didn't know which one to do, so we were like back and forth on that, and then we finally did, and it didn't get picked up.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'll say
2 of the other singles did.
Yeah,
so
it's done better than our previous stuff. I mean, I feel like we're still making progress and we're still growing, and we're working on the next album, and so we've got a lot of high hopes for that. And I think we learned a lot from our first album as far as strategizing and releasing and for like optimal streams or whatever. So I'm still really proud of it. I mean, I don't think it was a complete, you know.
No, I mean it still did decent for the level that we're at. I think, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
We keep pushing it.
Is there another like something else you want to try to do different with a new album, or keep it same musically, or just maybe do the releasing different, or that side of it?
We want to do an acoustic album, which, because I mean, it's cheaper, one, and then also, acoustic songs are like people tend to gravitate towards those. Our acoustic song on our album did way better than we expected it to. So I think we want to do that and make a plan, like almost over a year, like when we're going to release which songs versus just like, we did it, let's put it out.
Yeah, because we get way too like impulsive and excited when like everything, the whole album that we worked on with Tim, as soon as something was done, we were like, all right, send it. Like, we're excited for this one. We want everybody to hear it. And so, our strategy this time is to make a long-term plan.
And be patient.
Try to be patient. Well, and plus, like, we have so many songs in our bank that probably won't ever get recorded full band. So that was another reason why we wanted to do an acoustic album. We just have a lot that we want people to hear that probably won't fit, like, the Della Rose, like, high-energy sound, you know? Mm-hmm. So we're just going to experiment. And then maybe something off that acoustic album will pop off, and then we can add that to our full band album. I don't know. It's going to be a lot of trial and error, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that what was your post the other day? Studying to be content queens?
Yeah. it's such a like there's so much that goes into it.
It's a job in its own.
It's really it's not just like posting all the time.
Well, and because there's two of us, so it's not like when we get like a free minute, we can just go like record a song to post it. Like we have to like plan days, find childcare, get together, put makeup on, brush our hair, take a shower.
We have to put days in our planner that we can make a TikTok.
Yeah. We're like, okay, we're gonna block 3 hours out, and we're gonna make 15 TikToks, and we're gonna post one.
Yeah. But we're learning. We're trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just like how like the universe will just pick something over something else, and that goes crazy, and then something else that the content will be better, the talent value is better, and it just gets stuck in that 300 to 1,000 view jail, and it's
I don't get it. And I know there's so many like cheat codes and secrets almost to like bump your views and stuff. I don't know any of them. Yeah. But I know
like,
they're out
people
there.
have shared some stuff with us and we're like, what?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. There's a strategy. We just don't know it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's and then like you just used to be focused on writing good songs, good music, and now you have to like be in the car and think of like catchy TikToks and stuff like that.
I know, yeah. It's like everywhere we go, we have to have an antenna for like what could make a good video, what would be good to post on social media. So
well, and we've been trying to do like I don't know content that's not just music, so like more like authentic stuff that like shows our personality and stuff.
We can't post all that either. We can't always post everything that's just our personality. Well, we gotta have to scale back at some point.
Yeah,
that does help.
I was a good thing.
Yeah, Christy.
Reels it in.
Okay.
Because it is nice to know, like, that the artist that you are listening to is somebody, like, you would want to hang out with and be comfortable around.
And I think that's more of a thing nowadays. Like, people, I mean, with, like, cancel culture and stuff, like, people don't listen to people that they don't like or that they, you know, people like to listen to authentic people that they feel like they could hang out with. So,
yeah.
We're real fun.
We might be expanding or narrowing our demographic with our personalities. I don't know yet.
Probably,
we're gonna find out.
Yeah. Welcome to Meet Your Heroes, Della.
We're kind of dumb. No, like not in a bad way. Like intelligent, but like this, I stay stupid. I'm saying stupid shit right now.
Yeah, I was before Bree Bagwell was on the podcast. I was like, you know, I wonder if she's nice. And I went on her TikTok and really went into her videos, and she had all these like funny, like she had like videos on like how to deal with like stalkers. Like there was like a workout video, like stay away, like how like in like a workout sense. It was really funny.
That's
and
cool.
it made me like not be nervous to talk to her, knowing like, oh, she's nice. You know,
yeah, she's cool.
I'd seen her perform at Mile Zero, but I didn't get to meet her. But yeah, so seeing that side, it does help. You know?
I think getting attached to a person like obviously helps getting attached to their music too. Mm-hmm. So I think if people, whether they know us or not, or have seen us or not, if they see something that's got our personality in there and they like it, it might make them feel inclined to go listen to our music. Yeah, I don't know.
That's the hope.
Or come to a show.
Yeah, for sure. Come hang out.
Yeah, but I just put it. I think it was the video I just put up with you guys. Now, like, Emily, you play guitar without a pick?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes when I play it with a pick, I feel like it's so loud, like especially like doing videos and stuff. So, or like when I play at church, I usually don't use a pick because I'm like, bam. I don't know. It's just like more delicate.
Yeah. Are your nails all worn down on your picking hand?
No. I mean, this one is. Yeah, this one is.
I was gonna say because like even like holding the pick, my nails are weird, and like do you get like manicures or like
Oh no, absolutely not. What?
Neither of us
No
do.
manicures here.
Because I asked, because I was watching all these Nashville chicken pickers, and they all had press-on nails, and I was like, you know what?
We
I'm
just
gonna try
had
it.
this conversation
We
Saturday.
we were just talking about like videos of Dolly Parton and stuff, and her nails like go up to here, and she's just like pressing with the.
I literally had to cut my nails like before our show on Saturdays because they were long.
I can't have any.
Yeah, it was a terrible experience. I was watching like Brett Mason and Johnny Highland, and I was just like, I went on Amazon and bought like anything on Amazon you can buy 100 of something for like $6.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought all these press-on nails, and I found some sizes that fit, and I glued them on, went down, tried playing the guitar, and the pain. I was like, oh,
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go and rip a nail off.
terrible.
Yeah, I'd be mid-show and I'd be like I just take them all off. I don't.
That's exactly what. And I was like, I gotta have acetone. I gotta have nail polish remover somewhere. For some reason, it's always in everybody's house. I go upstairs, none. And I'm like, there's no way. I'm just going to like
Just gonna
the
walk around.
store to buy nail
What color
polish
were
remover.
they? I need to know.
Oh, they were clear, but they were like a shiny clear. Like
Yeah,
Okay.
like a manicured clear.
yeah, I was like, and they didn't make me play any better. And I was just like, ew. It's so weird. And I was like, man, back to no nails. Because it's just guitar strings and nails. It doesn't feel good. I thought maybe because they'd be fake, I wouldn't have any feeling. But man, I felt my cuticles for like 3 days.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's there's no way I
I don't do
could.
fake nails.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Because I'm like trying to zoom in on your fingers. I was like, man, I wonder how it does. Because that's like one thing, like with the female artist, they have to sacrifice fashion for comfort. Is
Oh,
I never was a nail girl, but I played basketball and stuff, and man, getting your nail ripped off by a basketball is not fun. So I quit nails a long time ago.
yeah. I was really never a nail girl either. So it's not a huge sacrifice because I don't like getting my nails done anyway. I
yeah.
can't even paint my nails. Even when I paint my nails and play guitar, it's just like they come off all chipped and like they last 2 days. It doesn't even.
Yeah,
there's just no point.
My pick finger always gets like halfway polished if I have it painted.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I was recently. Did you see the? I know you did a show with Caitlin Butts. How was that?
Oh, so much. She's incredible.
So fun. Yeah. Her and her band, they were so nice. It was way fun. And it was in Denver. So that was just.
And it was sold out. I mean, it was
Yeah.
check. It was so great all the way across the board.
Mm-hmm. Made a lot of new fans. Like it was I don't know if you've been to Globe Hall in Denver, but it's like kind of a more narrow type room. So if you want to be in the, like people have to get there early and
the
get up to the stage.
As big as the stage, like that all the way back.
Yeah, it's just super narrow. So, of course, a lot of times as openers, there either won't be a whole lot of people there, or there will be a lot of people like walking around or sitting at the bar or whatever. But in this room, because it was so narrow, everybody wanted to be at the front for Caitlin Butts. And so by the time we got up there, I mean, the room was totally packed and people were up by the stage and they were listening. And so I feel like we got a lot of new fans there because, I mean, it's Denver. We'd never played in Denver before and there were a lot of people just packed up there listening. So it was really, really good. It went great.
That's awesome to hear. And did you see her award speech where she talked about
Go ahead. Sorry.
about just the difference of being a female artist and just how many like obstacles and stuff that you have to overcome than a male artist would. And because like I was talking to Taylor Honeycutt about it, and I like, I never really thought about that. And the more she said it, the more of like some comments being like, I don't really like female singers and this. And I was just like, have you guys experienced any of that?
Yes,
That kind of like different hoops you have to jump through and
yeah.
Yeah. So we actually talked about starting a podcast. Just talking to women in the music industry, especially a lot of moms, because we've also caught, I wouldn't say heat, but caught discrimination, I guess, for being moms. And like people think that we won't be able to like tour, or we won't be able to sacrifice that time with our, it's like,
I don't know. The word "mom vibes" has been used like in a derogatory manner.
We didn't get booked for a show because we had mom vibes.
I'm like, what is that like? Mean like we're not cute? Like what does that mean?
Mom vibes.
Yeah. So I guess
it's a good thing to me. I'm like, yeah, we have mom vibes.
Yeah, we're leaning into it, but and yeah, being a woman for sure. I don't know if that quote that they told us at the Caitlin Butts show. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
Where he was like, this prominent man in the music industry said he won't ever book a female headliner because all the girls come to, like, they want all the girls to come to.
They want, like, the girls come to get with the band.
Yeah, the girls
and the guys
come to get
with the girls that are trying to get with the band.
So they won't book a female because there's not going to be enough draw, and there's not going to be enough.
Like, some prominent person in the industry said this at, like, a music seminar. Like, I don't know when. We were just told this.
Yeah. Super dumb.
Yeah.
But there's just a lot of little stuff like that. That is it like it's around. It's an issue. And
well, like, and people have made the comment like, "Oh, I don't normally like female musicians, but y'all are good." Like,
I've gotten that countless times.
Yes, I'm like, that's never like a great.
Like, you were actually good. I usually don't like female singers, and you were actually good. Like, that's not the compliment you think it is. So, yeah, we've definitely experienced it.
It's crazy because like you're able to hit notes that no male would be able to hit unless like Prince.
Well, one thing that going back to the Caitlin Butts show is like I think we even talked to Caitlin about this, was like we noticed like men that were there to see her, they weren't there because their girlfriend was with them, like they were there to watch her show. And like the men that go watch females play, like, just round of applause
for the music.
Thank you. Yeah. Like, just not going because your girlfriend made you go,
Yeah. She's incredible.
Oh.
And I was standing the first time I saw her live at Mile Zero, I was standing like next to one of like the biggest fans of her there. And he just looked over at me and he said, "Isn't that voice incredible?" And I said, "Absolutely." And I was like, and it was a couple of days before she played the amp, and she just was belting out. And I'm like, man, it was incredible. Like,
yeah, and she just performed so well. Her energy,
the whole show as a whole is great. It's awesome.
Yeah. She makes good TikToks.
Yeah,
she's
got the content down.
Yeah, she is a content queen.
I would just
and a concept queen.
Yeah,
emulate her what she does. She also she's great on some comments. Somebody said something about like Shelby Stone.
Oh yeah,
and she fired right back.
Oh yeah, she's a troll hunter for sure. She's a troll hunter. I love it.
Yeah, she's got the comebacks for sure. It's awesome.
Yeah, I saw you did a show with Shelby as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was pretty recent. Another one. We love her. Mm-hmm. She's
super great,
amazing, so talented. Vocals, band, songwriting,
and unique,
like,
super unique.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love her music, and I'm excited to see that she's putting out more, because for a while it was just the House of the Rising Sun, and then she started putting out some really great songs.
She's firing them out, so she might be doing the same thing that we're trying to do. Kind of like
pull up in the bank.
Record a bunch and then start releasing them every month. Because she's released like one a month for the past few months now, and they're all so good. We love her.
Yeah. Now, is there a band that you would love to have their like career path? You know what I mean? Like
career path. Someone that made it 10 years before. Someone who made it when they were 20 something. No. Let's see. Career path. I don't know.
Did you obviously put the work in, and you have families, you have day jobs, and or DJ, or you guys just need a song, just takes
Yeah.
off.
See that
Is
one,
that is that?
moment.
That one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know whose career path we would. I think, and I know we've mentioned this before, but I like the way that we're doing it because we used to, like, we both in our younger days tried out for American Idol and The Voice and like the shows and stuff, looking for that. Like, we just want to do it right now. Like, we want to be there right now. Mm-hmm. But I really love the way that we have done it, just by like growing an organic fan base and just meeting people at shows and meeting people, you know, who just genuinely like our music and not because we were on a show or we were, you know.
Yeah. I think it's hard to say like a career path we would follow just because I think where we're at in our career and where we're at in our lives, like as far as like having kids and having, or like I have a job and stuff, it's not like we're in our 20s and we can just travel and hit the road nonstop and do all these sacrifices because we have to be home too, you know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard. Like,
but if someone did want to give us a tour bus and book us a tour, we'll take the kids. We'll take the family.
Yeah, we can take a tour bus that's big enough for our kids.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
2 tour buses. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
No.
One
it's
for
been
the
done.
kids.
Yeah.
That has to be such a awesome convenience of having a bus with a dedicated driver.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
One day when we have enough shows to justify, we'll try to get one too. But
yeah,
one day,
packing into a car and driving to Wyoming,
Yeah.
18 hours is, man, it gets rough.
We're at that middle spot that's so hard to like
get over that.
I know, it's like we're at that spot where sometimes you don't want to keep going because we've already been doing it for so long, but it's like we also know we're right on the brink of something, or we feel like we're right on the brink because we have been growing each year. Like each year has been so much better than the one before. But we're at that point where it's like we are traveling to Wyoming and Arizona and, you know, Denver and all these places, but we can't have a tour bus yet. Like we're not to where we have a tour bus, so it's like, just like that.
We need to grow our numbers because our numbers is what's going to get us booked, like festivals and stuff like that. And so that's kind of what our focus is strategically figuring out how we grow our social media, Spotify numbers. That way we can get those opportunities.
Yeah, it's crazy what social media can do. Like one of my friends, he went viral on TikTok, and that's how he got, you know, record contracts and got labels behind him, and just
listen. If the Hawk Tuah girl can do it, we should be able to do it.
We sit on everything over here.
If we can sing with Zach Bryan, so can we. Okay.
So can I post that TikTok?
No, what are you talking about?
She could do
our spinning one.
She's done talking. I'll be continuing from now on.
That's funny. Hey,
we just need our moment.
Yeah. You never know. Like the drummer in my band, his first co-write went double platinum. He like quit his job. He's living off of the mailbox money, and he got like publishing deals and going to move to Nashville and write songs, and it changed his life. Just one song, and he's not even prominent on. I don't know if he is in the music video. He's gonna be mad at me.
Well, your friend's career path is the career path that I want to follow.
That's where we're going.
Yeah, there you go.
I want to write one song, go double platinum, move to Nashville, and then just be a songwriter. It
happens. And I was at a songwrite with him before, and he just sat there, and he didn't, obviously he was helping, and then, God, he went live on TikTok, and they invited me and said, "Hey, check out this song." And they just written it on the couch, wrote it on the couch. And I was like, I just knew. I was like, wow, that could be something. And they're like, hell yeah, man, you know? And then like, yeah, next thing you know, I couldn't open up any app without hearing it in the background. And it just took off.
Wow.
And yeah, it's crazy because I remember calling him on the first quarter for BMI. I said, how much was the check? He's like, man, it's this much. And I was like, this much? I said, that's pretty good. He goes, I was hoping it'd be more. Then I called him the next, and he's definitely going to be in the six figures. I'm like, dude, that is crazy.
That is so
crazy. Off one song. That's nuts.
Yeah. And I was like, keep some money because you're going to have to pay taxes on that. You don't want to be like, right. You don't want to be like Willie Nelson and having to do advertisements for Taco Bell because you're the IRS. $14 million or whatever. But yeah, that'd be a great career path. Just
yeah,
I love that.
I guess we'll get on that.
Yeah.
Maybe with our acoustic album, we'll be like, dang, that's a great song.
You never know.
Yeah. And is there one of your songs that you thought for sure was going to do that? Like when you got done recording it, you're like, this is the one.
You know what's funny? When we recorded the album, we thought Roses was gonna be. We knew it wasn't gonna be big in like the Texas country realm because it's really not like country. But when we were recording it and we added like the strings and everything, we were like, this is a song that could like get picked up by Netflix for like a drama or something, you know?
I was like, this is like the background of X-Files. Like, this is like...
It's just so like eerie and it's got such a vibe that we were like, this might get picked up by something. Maybe not like another artist or something, but we were like, it could be something. Mm-hmm. And then it's one of the worst performing songs on the album.
That's incredible.
It's the worst
performing song. Behind the Christmas song. No.
Yeah, it's legit. It's like behind our Christmas song. So
really?
It's not doing well, but I still love it.
Yeah,
I mean, and Emily made the point. I think maybe it's not doing as well because it's not like Texas country. It is a little different. It's like the most unique one on our album, I guess, in terms of like genre.
Yeah.
So, but it's fine.
It's definitely a no skip for me. It has that cool soundscape, and and the vocals on it are great, and it does have like a darkness to it too, just the way.
Yeah,
but
sure.
That's crazy. I
know.
And it's the title track.
I know.
Let's see what this album's all about.
Yeah. No, we had high hopes. But I mean, it is what it is, and that's what I'm saying. It's so hard to plan how things are gonna go. And the one that did the best was the acoustic track, Already Gone. That one, I mean, people loved that one. They gravitated towards that one. So you can never predict, how it's gonna go.
And this is like right after it was released, like not like that's not our top streams altogether, but
it's still
all the ones that we released as single are still the better performing ones. So
that's crazy, because like I thought with COVID, people were sick of acoustic.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess the more like indie singer-songwriter vibe is coming back, and people are digging it.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of like Zach Bryan, just guys with acoustic.
I mean, Kat Hasty, that was like the first thing she released was like an acoustic album or EP. I don't know if it was a full album or just an EP, but
yeah, and she made that for $1,500, and she was Ubering to make money for that. Yeah, it was incredible, and she said she recorded it in her bathroom.
Yeah,
with a laptop.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's
she
really cool.
she came in the comments and let everybody know the story about it, and it's incredible album. I love her voice. Her
songwriting voice is all good.
Yeah.
She's also very, very nice.
That's awesome. We haven't actually met her yet, but
we have a lot of close acquaintance with her, but we haven't actually met her.
Didn't I don't know if he's still your bass player. Didn't he play for Cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got picked up by Casey Donahue, so he's
He still plays with us when he's available, but that's not very often. So
yeah, but yeah. I'm surprised you haven't met Cat Hasty yet. Dude. I walked by her. I was backstage at Highway 30, and she looked at me, and she gave me like this look, and I was like, "There's no way Cat Hasty knows who I am." And I just walked by, and she came up to me. And she was like, "Hey, how's it going?" I was like, "This stuff like that still, it's so cool." And it's funny. She was Co Wetzel was getting ready to go on, and she was like, "Come on, let's go!" And I was running, following her, and I was like, I wonder if people were like, that dude from TikTok's chasing Cat. But it was great. She gave me all the lowdown on Co's songs, and she was just a fan. It was cool seeing her being like a fan as well.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, she was so nice. Everybody in her band and everything. It was really cool. Everybody that I met at Highway 30. I mean, it's when I met you guys.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's why we haven't met Kat, because she's playing all these festivals.
Yeah,
that we haven't been on yet. We can't get on. So
she's another one. Her social media with her. Did you see the one with her dad?
Oh, when he's like fixing the car or whatever.
Yeah, you put some oil in this thing, you know. Stop driving like a bat out of hell and put some oil in this thing and it won't blow up. She's like, well, I thought that was great.
Yeah, that's really good.
But yeah.
That's that authentic personality stuff that people want to see. You know, like the behind the music stuff. Yeah.
Yep. The VH1 behind the music, Della Road. Something will work.
Yeah.
Like if they can make you laugh and cry, winner.
Something will work.
all in the same minute video.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's so much anymore. It's like how do you just balance because your creative freedom, like your spare time is precious.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like, how do you balance the social media with, writing new songs with the record?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the social media part is harder than the writing part, because I think both of us were such like impulsive writers. So like once we get an idea, it's like we kind of finish the song and we like write it wherever we are. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the social media I feel like is what takes like the planning and the I don't know. I wish, and again, it's because we don't live together.
Yeah.
So it would be so much easier to be so much like off the cuff if we were together all the time. But we really aren't together unless we're doing something related to Della Rose.
Well, and even like we try to find like sitters when we do make content, just because sometimes it can be fine, but then sometimes it's like we don't get anything done. And I think even in the video we posted, the Proud Mary one, like you can hear like the kids in the background.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? Talking about being authentic, like I posted, I had one day where I was like, looked like trash, no makeup. And I was like, I'm just going to like post this song because I'm feeling it right now. And my kids were like all over my guitar and I had not fixed myself up at all. And it did great. Mm-hmm. Like my views were great on that one because it was like real. Yeah. And so, yeah, you never know what people are gonna.
We'll start doing day in the life videos.
I know. Day in the life. Periodic. We can do an MTV Cribs and then just have all of our kids running around
naked. We'll like have it censored.
It's like
little censor boxes.
There's a lot of like popular ones like get ready with me for my show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we could do that, and it would be.
Watch me bake a frozen lasagna.
We'd have to have multiple cutaways.
Yeah. And we always say we're gonna do stuff like that, and then we get ready, and we're like, we didn't make a TikTok
because we're always rushing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're really bad at it.
Yeah. So when you guys are together and like somebody says something clever or just anything where both of you go, ooh, that could be a song. Have you ever had moments like that where like you're trying to beat her out to the notebook?
So we haven't really had that moment, but we have talked about trying to start doing like almost like a writing thing where we like throw out a word or something and then we both write a song to it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we've ever had a moment where
we've done it in like funny ways. Like somebody, I know, I mean, I can't name a specific time, but somebody would say something and be like, oh, that could be a song. And then we don't write it. Like, yeah. So, yeah. It's happened. We just haven't followed through with it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's Caitlin has a writing group that does that. That's why she has that one song. What is it, like Cactus Juice or something?
Yeah, that's what she was saying at the show. That, and then
we just opened for Jade Patek in New Braunfels, and we were at Redbird Listening Room, and so it was almost sold out, and it's just people. It's so quiet, like it's more nerve-wracking, I think, than playing in front of hundreds of people because they're all there listening to you.
She listens to every detail.
But yeah, Jade, she played a lot of her songs, and she would like start it with, this writing group, we had this prompt, and so I wrote this song, and it was freaking great. And that's where we said, we were like, we need to start that, even if it's just a group text between.
Let us into one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Add me to the chat.
Yeah. I think Jade said that Summer Dean's the one that like runs theirs.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to start a group text with a bunch of artists and start a writer's prompt.
Yeah, or get on, start tagging them on socials. Be like, Summer.
Yeah.
We want in.
Here's my number.
I think one time on
do it.
Twitter,
Put your number out on TikTok.
I think one time on Twitter we like posted Red Rover, and like some festival let us come over.
Oh yeah, we did.
There you go. Hey,
they
man.
didn't let us come over.
Yeah. One of these years.
You can only ask.
Yeah. That's what we have gotten to the point where like, what's the harm in asking?
Yeah,
and it's really paid off sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes we'll ask. We'll just simply ask, and I'll be like, yeah. We got on. It's so sad. We got on with Lowdown at Hank's just because I texted Big John and I was like, hey, do y'all have an opener for this? He's like, no, you want to?
Well, that's how we got on the Caitlin show. Is I literally just texted her and she was like, yeah. She like texted her person and they were like, yeah, let's do it.
It's always a no if you don't ask.
Yep.
Yeah, like I would always ask, or even like for a festival, be an alternative. Some things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as you see a band that's traveling there, as soon as you see their axle, it's kind of but just hey, if they can't make it, we'll play.
Yeah.
Bring us in. We'll be back up.
Seriously.
Yeah. A lot of, before it got canceled, a lot of the people that were at Highway 30 in attendance as audience members were going to be playing the next year.
Oh, wow. Dang, that sucks.
I know. We have talked about trying to go to more festivals, but like we said, it's already hard enough to be touring and going to our own shows, much less to set time out to go. I mean, we'd love it, but
we'll go.
We'll take our kids with us.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
It's easier to not feel as much mom guilt if you're going to play and not just going to view.
It's
Yeah.
not working. It's all part of it.
Yeah.
I'm still working. It's called that.
Yeah. That's a lot of the job too, is networking, making those relationships.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
And always being, it's nice to be a band that says yes a lot. Because if somebody's calling you and they hear a no or two, they're just not going to call. I've had that happen with me with playing. Normally people would call me up and be like, hey man, I need you to play guitar. Here's the set list. They could do it the day before. And I would be like, all right. And then I started being like, oh, I got this going on. I can't. I got this going on and I can't. And then it was just, the phone calls just stopped.
Yeah.
I've missed a lot of cool opportunities because, I just said no and they skipped over. And my buddy he's the artist's manager, and he was like, "Listen, I wanted you to go down, but I don't have anybody." It was to go open up with Randall King. And he's like, "Dude, I need you to fly down. It's gonna like change your life, dude." And I was like, "I can't." And he's like, "Could you find me a replacement?" And I found a replacement, and he sent me in a very nice email of saying, "Man, you really changed my life. My whole life has changed, and this is stuff I dreamed." And I was like, "You're welcome, bud, but that's the life I want. I want that life."
Yeah,
because
like,
they were
with the Jade show. Like, she texted us that week and was like, "I know it's last minute, like y'all don't have to," but we were like, we made it happen. It was like almost a 5-hour drive, and we had to drive back that night. So we got home at like 4:00 in the morning.
I was gonna say,
but it was so worth it.
Yeah, we have said yes to a lot of like, good opportunity shows, even if they don't pay very much, even if it's far away. We've said yes to just, even if it's just getting to a new venue, and like a respected venue or something. We don't always like, no, I can't. Yeah. Like I think we say yes a lot, and we make it work. We make it work a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Sure.
You have to. I mean, the person I said no to, like, he was doing shows with Morgan Wallen, Lainey Wilson, and the last time we called him, he was like standing next to Jelly Roll. So I was like, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you just never, you never know like what what the opportunity is going to give you. So
yeah, it's just was like, like at my work, like it's like seniority, and I'm number one, so I would be throwing away like the top position, and and health insurance. That's a huge one for me.
That's huge. That's huge.
We had to turn down a show recently for a venue that we've been wanting to get into. We had a band ask us to open, but it's on like a holiday weekend, and I work that weekend, and so I can't ask her. And
yeah,
I was like,
Anna, don't watch this podcast.
No,
let Emily off work
because then she has to work.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm not telling my fans to do anything they shouldn't be doing. But we need to make sure that hospital needs to be evacuated. And when they check the manifest, Emily's not there. And oh my God.
That's what we'll be posting our TikToks. Yeah. When she's at the show.
I would like to let everybody know I am safe. I ran and I found myself at this festival. I have no idea how I got here on stage, and I am on this festival's bill.
I mean, I can kidnap you. It can be my fault. I can just fake kidnap you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't cross state lines. There goes federal.
I'm like, okay.
Sorry, it's in Texas.
Yeah. It's like an unlawful use of singer.
And she does not look like she's enjoying herself at all.
Yeah.
Did you have to use Gorilla Tape?
Leave me like duct taped on stage the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really sell this.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, have you guys? It's funny. For I had this thing. I saw a video you guys did. Once again, to social media, of like the who's more likely.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have a couple of them.
Okay, great.
So, who's more likely to forget their own song lyrics during a performance?
Oh, that's Emily.
Now, when you
guitar chords, definitely guitar.
Now, when you do forget them, what's your like? What's your rebound?
Look at Chrissy and hope she cues me.
Why did you do that?
I'm like searching around this play, like, and just play it like way too many times, and then I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. I will say I've had my fair share of like zoning out. Like, 'cause sometimes I'll just be so into like the vibe of the song and the audience, and I'm just like sitting there dancing, and then I'll see Emily's eyes.
I'm
just
like, you were supposed to go in like 4
and I'm
months
like,
ago.
oh. And then I'll let them have like a 16 bar jam session before I jump back in. But yeah, I think it would probably be her more often.
All right. And who's more likely to fall or accidentally trip on stage?
Dang,
has this happened?
Matter of fact. No, I had
it wasn't on stage, but
I wasn't on stage, but I did have a bad run-in with a sidewalk last weekend.
You fell off the floor?
My face is actually healed up, but a week ago it was.
She didn't lose any teeth.
I didn't lose any teeth, but I got very, very close. So.
Ooh, that's like one of my top fears is losing
teeth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm like checking to make sure they're still there. Yeah, it was not good. And yeah, I trip over chords all the time. Especially she uses a wireless for her guitar. And I'm still on the chord, so yeah, I trip a lot.
That's funny. So, who's more likely to get lost even though they're using Google Maps?
Yeah, that would be her too.
Yeah, I miss exits a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's
whatever our ETA is, we got to add like 30 minutes because we'll probably miss some exits, miss some turns.
If Siri ain't screaming at me, I'm missing the exit.
Yeah.
I put Waze on to go to work. Like, I always use GPS. I got lost in a paper bag.
It took me like probably 3 years of living out here until I figured out how to get around Abilene, and it's just literally a circle.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I made 4 lefts. That's a circle.
I don't even know where I've never been to this other town. Like,
you passed that house
I
twice
hate it
now.
because I hate the voice on Siri. Like you will never hear mine. I always have it off, and she's you've got yours that tells you where to go.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
Still miss the accent.
And still miss it.
Yeah. I have Waze, and it's like Christina Aguilera. She has all these like funny sayings and
whoa.
Yeah, stuff like that. That's what you guys should do. Have like a Della Rose directions.
Just harmonize.
Turn right here. While we're on our drive.
We're just kidding. I changed mine to Beavis and Butthead once, and it was so bad.
Oh my god!
It was like, oh, what did I do?
That's great.
So who's more likely to cry during a sappy commercial? Something.
Ooh. That just depends. I think.
Yeah,
it just depends on where we're at on our cycle.
Depends on the day. Depends on the day we had.
Where our hormone level is.
I will say, after bringing up kids, after having kids, I got way more sentimental about everything. And so I remember one time I cried. I cried on a Jeep commercial because they were playing. I know. They were like driving and they were with the family, and some like George Strait song was playing while they were driving in the mountains.
I take it back. She definitely is the one. We went to a flea market in Wyoming, and she was walking around crying. I was like, Chrissy, what's wrong? She's like, it's just so cool.
Everybody was so happy, and it was so sweet.
She was legit just walking, like, crying.
I thought
I was watching a Lifetime movie.
We were in a Lifetime movie.
We were.
It was the cutest little town, and they just had this little flea market, and there's this little band, and they got fiddle and banjo, and it's just like this folky little band, and they're just having a great time. All these kids are running around having a great time, and everybody's just smiling and welcoming, and I just had a moment. And I started crying because it was so like joyful. Yeah, it's me. I'm most likely for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's funny. Who's more likely to start a conversation with a stranger in an elevator?
I would think me.
In an elevator, yeah.
Specifically. Yeah.
It was me.
Yeah. Probably. I think probably me.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
I would just stare at the corner if someone was with you, started randomly talking to somebody, because it's weird. Like people think I'm like, what is it, like extrovert? Like I just walk around and talk to people, and I really don't. I like keep to myself. I'm really quiet. Like if I get done a show, I just kind of like sit around. Like I don't go out, and people are like, "What? But you're on TikTok, you're on video, you're on camera like all the time." I'm like, that's different, you know?
You're like, yeah, by myself.
Yeah, I'm staring at a wall. But
Yeah, I don't do it all the time. Like I don't just randomly like strike up conversations.
You are a mingler though.
I give compliments. Like that would be if I was in an elevator. I'd be like, oh, I like your shoes. Like, be that kind of thing.
I could just be like, yeah, we are Della Rose. You're welcome. I'm sorry, what?
We can only use that in Anson. Nowhere else.
I know. Yeah.
I just said, because you pressed floor 8. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you recognized me from Della Rose.
Yeah.
No.
That's funny. I guess just one more. Who's more likely to oversleep and miss an important meeting?
Well, are we in a hotel or are we with our kids? I don't know.
Really,
We're both pretty early risers. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess
You would probably take a nap.
I'd be more likely to take a nap.
Yeah.
For sure. Love naps.
She a napper girl.
Yeah.
Not much of a napper. I just drink more caffeine.
Yeah.
Caffeine does nothing for me. Like I could drink coffee and a Red Bull and then take a nap.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to work with somebody, and before we would take a nap, he would drink Mountain Dew, and I'm like, dude, how can you sleep after drinking Mountain Dew, all that caffeine? He goes, no, I drink it and I fall asleep, but when I wake up, I'm wide awake.
How many teeth does it have?
Funny you should say that, because
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
no hard feelings.
yeah.
There is a thing called Mountain Dew mouth. If you're drinking it and then going to sleep, you're not brushing your teeth.
You're not lying. That's why it's like, yeah. But yeah, is there anything you guys want to talk about? Because I know you said you wanted to do an hour, and we're coming up on an hour.
Yeah. I mean, well, actually, I had a question for you. So, how long were you on TikTok before your TikTok started like really blowing up?
You know, I had a couple of accounts. I had a bunch of accounts, and I was like, one's going to take off. I made it like a New Year's resolution. I wanted to have, I think it was something like, I wanted to have a 10,000 view video, something not crazy, even like 50,000. And I made a couple of TikToks. One, was like in my car and on my motorcycle, and then the other one was it was, people make content that you can take, like duets. So I was trying to get my buddy to go viral, because he's a singer. We were in a band together, and it was called "Hold My Beer, I Got This." And like the girls that just mouth the lyrics over videos. Yeah. I said, you can actually sing the songs, willy-nilly your drink, sing the song, show people that you can sing like that artist. And, they have the girl dancing that draws their attention to but that also shows your voice, your vocal ability. And hopefully that'll bring them down to find your songs. So that I thought that was going to take off, just having, like a thing like that.
Yeah.
And I started the country versus metal like with him, and we would listen to a song and he would talk about it and I would like trash it. And it was more like a character of like me just being mean. And I just remember sitting down, I'm like, I don't want to be that guy, And then like I deleted all those videos, and then I started doing a couple of older artists, and it was when it wasn't that long. It blew my mind, because within less than 5 days, I had 50,000 followers.
Wow.
And a million views, like overnight. And it was like, what happens now? Like I like legit woke up, saw all the numbers, saw everything, and I was like, am I famous?
This is it. I made it.
I had no idea because you hear about this, you know, like, and people were like, we want you on our podcast. Like I was doing like radio interviews, and it was like this huge thing. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And like, but like, it wasn't that long. It was really one, and a lot of it was saying Pecos instead of Pecos. And it was the infighting of like, no, it's Pecos. And then the other people were like, nah, it's this. And a lot of the
just like the engagement with people arguing with each other.
The comments, it became its own thing. And then I was like, I really dig this. And then listening to more of the music, being like, dude, this is great. And then hearing like the older guys, like I didn't know, like when I got asked to play for a signed artist, like I didn't know who George Strait was. I had to call up, and I was like, this song Troubadour, who sings it? And the guy said, I don't want to hear that. And I'm like, who sings He Stopped Loving Her Today? And he was like, dude, you don't know who George Jones is? And I was like, no, I've never heard the name. And he's like, I've heard like Waylon Jennings, his name in a song, but I never heard him. And it was just that, like, that it wasn't that long with that account. I had been on TikTok for a while. Like I tried like shock videos too. Like, like you're a resident nurse. I stabbed a chicken wing that was coated in the hottest hot sauce I could get. I stabbed it with an EpiPen and I ate it. I have never received so much hate in comments. And people are like, what are you doing? That could have saved someone's life. And I'm like, yeah, my life. It's mine. I bought it. You know, it's expired. I'm not putting this. It tasted terrible. But oh my God. And I just remember like, and it was like to promote an EP we had coming out. And I'm like, man, I got to do something. I dyed my hair blue. I cut my own hair. Like I was just like, I'll shave my head, blah blah blah, and I did. But yeah,
that's all we did. Let's shave our heads.
Listen, that would work. No, we've tried the trends, you know, stuff that's trending on TikTok and like transition videos and you know, but we also want to do stuff that'll bring people to the music. Yeah. So
I definitely think covering like some of the older stuff does help. Like even like the Proud Mary video did good for us. I mean, it's no 50,000.
And what's great, if you have an artist account, if you have your TikTok set up correctly, and just say you have an artist account and you click on the sound, like I'll go, oh, Della Rose, I like that. I click the little bubble and the music comes up. And if you have it set up right, it'll have have the buttons there, Apple Music, Spotify. And it's just a touch. It goes right in the playlist you have set up for TikTok songs. It's incredibly easy to add people. That's why when people are like, hey man, could you like do the whole thing as a sound? I'm like, no, because you know it's somebody like, especially with the vocal isolation things, it brings them to the original artist. So if they want to add it, it's one click, 2 clicks, and it's in there. You don't have to go outside the app. It's so powerful for artists. Yeah, and if some people don't have it set up like that, and it's really a game changer for an artist to get out there. It's not. I remember I was talking to Talbot about this. Like I should probably make a video of just how powerful that is for the artist, and because it's so simple to get your music.
I was gonna say, now we just need a like tutorial video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's how I do it. When I find new people and I'll be like, wow, they're really good, I just go boom, click TikTok songs. It's already on my computer.
Use the Della Rose account as a tutorial.
Yeah.
And
so just for example, I'm going to use Della Rose.
Yeah, there you go. Roses. Let's get this title track up there, people. We need numbers.
Yes.
We either need these numbers to go up or the Powerball numbers. Let's go.
Yeah, for real.
Exactly. Yeah, I've been meaning to do that, and because like that's how hopefully people find your music is when you know back like when your album came out, like TikTok was like really pushing the views, and it was like I could do your song and it would get like 60,000 views in like 30 minutes. It was incredible, and that I missed that of like because like I really like it. I know it helps, and I just love like it's crazy when people are like, man, you never do like your guitar being able to, like, because people are surprised. They're like, wow, we didn't know you could play guitar. They're like, wow, we didn't know you're in a band. And I'm just kind of like, I'm not really in it to be like self-serving. You know what I mean? Like I found something I loved and I like sharing it because there could be people out there like me that thinks like country music is just dog truck beer, you know, and that snap and clap tracks and starting it and doing it has really changed a lot of part of my life. Like Cody Canada texts me every once in a while. And he watches the TikToks. He sent me a TikTok of I had done talking about him, and he said, "Man, I appreciate all the love." And I'm like, it's funny because I'm always like, I walk around, I'm like, oh, Cody Canada. I get so
like, this just happened.
I get like all like fangirl. I'm like, I gotta go to this side of the house where the reception is good. So I don't want to send it twice. You know, busy man.
Be cool.
Yeah, be cool. You know, I'll write it like 10 times, erase
and,
it.
like, erasing and like rewrite.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay.
Yeah. And I love that.
That really is so cool. Like, it's cool that I mean, like you were talking about Kat, like all these people that you're fans of are like fans of you too. That's really cool.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just, it'd be cooler if Texas was a lot closer.
Yeah.
Maybe
you just need to be a lot closer.
Everybody's, there's been a lot of people, especially on Facebook, they'll just send me a private message like, when are you just going to move here? And I'm like, I don't really make money doing this. So it'd be like,
yeah,
that's a whole nother set of problems. I'd be like, hey, I'm around people that like, they really enjoy it because my highest demographic, I think, is Dallas.
Oh, and wow.
It would be cool to be around people that are, because like from work or anything or people I see if I go to a show, people would be like, hey, are you? And I'm like, yeah, that only happens sporadically. But when I was in Texas, there was so many people just coming up to like, you're the dude. I'm like, yeah.
You could start like a live music podcast, like where you like have like a song swap and like they used to do, the Ranch used to do.
Oh yeah,
the radio show.
No, yeah. I remember at White Elephant last year when I went up to meet you, and I mean it was like every other person that walked by, they were like, "You're the guy!" Like they were so excited. And I was like, "Wow, that must be cool." Do you ever get tired of that?
Oh no, I love it. I'm not gonna lie. I love when people know I'm a guitar player. It's just like going to a show and being like, yeah, and I'm like, you know, I just happen to have all my picks and everything with me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because we were talking earlier about how like you never know if you want to ask the artist to like jump on stage with you and do a song. So if you went to a show and someone was like, hey, come do a song with us, would you like be super stoked, or would you be like, oh no, I just want to watch?
If I'm not drinking, I'm 100%. But if I'm like letting it loose, oh no, I'm one of those people that cannot play.
Really?
I worked with a guy, like we literally woke him up. He was passed out. He crushed his solo and passed out again.
Oh my God.
He drank an entire bottle of like some blackberry brandy. I have like, I call them like the heebie-jeebie beverages. I have a couple. Yeah. It takes the jitters off, but once that music starts, I'm there to drive nails into the stage. I love just the endorphin rush, and I love playing. People are like, aren't you nervous when it's a big crowd? I'm like, dude, the more the better. I
feel that way too. So much, especially like with our like high energy show. If there's more people there, the better. Oh yeah, because you feed off the crowd. Like it's such a back and forth with the crowd. Like if nobody's feeling it, that's more nerve wracking to me. If there's only a few people in the room and we're like jumping around on stage and nobody's getting into it. Like,
they're like, what are these girls on?
Yeah, that sucks way more than having, than having a ton
I'll
of
have
people.
what she's having.
A good time.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it is kind of crazy. Like if you ask Alexa who is country versus metal, it's crazy because it says my full name, which I always was trying to keep that out. And I just happened. People were like, it was somebody who was like, "Well, yeah, if you're so big and so famous, like, wouldn't you?" You ever Google yourself, ever ask Alexa who you are? And I'm like, no. And I went over and I couldn't believe that she started talking. I was like, that's my name. And that's crazy.
That is nuts.
Yeah, I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, are you around your any Amazon device? And she's like, yeah, why? I said, ask her this. And she was like, that's your full name. I'm like, I know. Skip that part.
That's your
I
social
know.
security number.
Yeah. That's like one time when I was on TikTok Live. I mean, it was a Google Voice number, but I put my number out, and I used to do the podcast with just people calling in like a radio show.
Oh wow!
But it ruined my Google Voice because it went from like I was just using it for just so it's like people wouldn't call me back to everybody was texting and calling. So I was like, all right, that's it. But
yeah.
It's been different. But anytime I can play, I would have to have like my own pick, and I would be nervous if they had like a string gauge that wasn't what I play, because I play like really hard.
I'll keep a set of acrylics on hand just in case.
Yeah. I play with 6mm picks, so they're big.
Wow.
And it's like, like they're thick.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah. They don't bend, they don't move, they just they break strings. So I'd be worried about that, but I do, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, is there anything else you want to talk about? I don't want to keep you past your hour.
The lasagna's done, so I gotta get it out of the oven.
That's the first time. Hey, Ma, the meatloaf. Is it vegetable or meat?
Meat.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think I have anything else. I mean, I could just sit and talk forever, but
So can I? Yeah. And are you guys are coming to the White Elephant again this year, right?
yes.
Yeah.
For
All
sure.
right,
We'll be
cool.
there.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot more people coming this year. I'm excited.
Cool. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun.
I think we'll be in town too at the studio, so we won't have to leave to drive back. So
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
because we're recording with Tim, so he's in Dallas, and so we asked Steve before we knew when it was. We asked Steve, we were like, "When is the party?" Because we're gonna go ahead and try to like plan around. So yeah, we booked studio days during the day of the party. So
yeah,
we'll be in
Nice.
town.
Yeah, Tim was on the podcast, and he seems like a great guy to work with.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, vibes are high for sure in the studio.
Yeah, are you guys having Drew on the keys again?
I don't know.
Oh, that's
and that
great.
was
It's a
another thing,
acoustic
like,
album.
do what?
I mean, if we need keys, yeah, we don't know. We're gonna try to keep it as simple as possible, just to.
Nothing ever comes out of Tim's studio the way that we go in planning it's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and even like
It's gonna come out a full band album.
I know. even Drew playing keys where he did, like we weren't. I think they sound great, and I think they were needed. We weren't even thinking in that realm when we went in because we don't have a keys player, so we weren't thinking about keys going on a song. And then, I mean, that's why we go to Tim too, because he's got that ear and that like creative, you know, like, oh, I hear keys here, let's get Drew in to, you know, and then it sounds great. So
Yeah.
whatever the song calls for when we go in, I'm sure we'll call Drew at some point.
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to see you, and I'm excited for new Della Rose music.
Yeah, us too.
Well, as always, it was great to talk to you.
Yeah, good to talk to you too. We'll see you in a month. Less than a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, less than a month.
In a few weeks, really.
Good old Texas.
Hell yeah.
Come on down.
Can't wait.
Yep. So, all right. I'll see you guys.
All right. Bye. Bye.
See ya.